Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to be making a quick and easy Mexican red rice. And these are the ingredients I'll be using. I'll be using some long grain white rice, some caldo de pollo, or chicken bouillon, garlic powder, a can of tomato sauce. This one has basil, garlic, and oregano, but you could use just a plain one. But this is the last can of tomato sauce I had, so that's what I'm using. And I'll be using about 1/4 of an onion. This is half. And I'm going to be making this rice the way I learned to make it. So this is how my mom used to make it. So this is how she taught me and how I learned. Okay, so I'm going to start by chopping up my onion. And what my mom always did, we didn't like onion when we were small, so she would, instead of dicing the onion, she would go ahead and leave it into long strips, so that once the rice was ready, we could go ahead and pick out the onion that we didn't want in our food. So I have these into half circles. Now we're going to go ahead and add the rice to the pan. We're going to go ahead and add about 2 tablespoons of oil in the pan. I'm using avocado oil, but back then we just used, canola oil or vegetable oil. I'm not sure which one. We're going to just wait for that to heat up. And this is the only thing I'm doing differently. I washed my rice. And back in the day, we didn't wash the rice, but now we know, how dirty stuff could be. So I went ahead and washed it and let it dry here in the strainer. So now once the oil is warm, we're going to go ahead and add the rice. This is 2 cups of rice. Okay, once we get it in there, I like to coat the rice in all the oil so that it all gets a chance to cook evenly. And spread it around a little bit. And you don't want to leave it too long sitting, because then it could burn easily. So you want to go ahead and keep on giving it a stir. And I'm going to go ahead and add my onions as well. When I make rice now, I usually dice the onion into small dices. But when my mom would make it for us kids, she would leave in the half circles of the onion so that we could pick it out once it's done, because we were so picky. So that's how I'm doing it today. After about 5 minutes, you'll start to see it getting a little bit golden, changing color. And you'll smell the toastiness too, and the onions, they smell so good. So you want to keep a close eye and make sure you keep stirring it around so that they toast evenly and they don't burn. And you want to wait till they get a nice golden brown color. Now as you can see, it's gotten more golden color. I wanted a little bit more, not too much. So we're just going to keep on mixing, making sure none of this burns. Okay, so it's gotten a nice golden brown color. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next step. And the next step, as a kid, was really scary for me. So I would move back and make sure I was out of the way and out of danger of being splashed on. I'm going to go ahead and add in the tomato sauce. That's the 8-ounce can. Now, I don't know why that seems so scary as a kid. It doesn't now. But maybe she had added in water first. I'm not sure. And since I'm since I'm using 2 cups of rice, I'm going to go ahead and add in 4 cups of water. So now that we've added the 4 cups of hot water, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of the chicken bouillon. And I think sometimes my mom would also add garlic powder. I'm going to go ahead and get the spices stirred in. And now we're just going to wait for it to come to a simmer. Once it starts boiling, I'm going to cover it and then put the flame on low so that it simmers. And actually, one thing I like to do before we cover it, I want to go ahead and taste the broth, so to make sure it's at a level that we want. And now that you've tasted your broth, to make sure if you need any more salt or chicken bouillon, and go ahead and add that in or not if you need it. And go ahead and cover the pan and lower the flame till it's just simmering. And we're going to leave it there for about 15 to 20 minutes. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and clean up the mess. Not much at this point. Okay, now it's been about 17 or 18 minutes. So you can see there's no more liquid in there. Here, let me show you. There's no more liquid, and only the tomato sauce is all around the edge, but don't worry about that because we're going to go ahead and fluff it up later and that'll get all mixed in together and it's going to come out beautiful. So we're going to turn it off and we're going to leave it covered there for another 5 or 10 minutes and then we'll come back and check how it is. Alright, so I let this sit now for 10 minutes. We're going to go ahead and fluff it up. You could use a fork. I'm just going to go ahead and use my spoon. Look at that. Just get it all mixed in together. Alright, as you can see, I got it all mixed in. It's nice and fluffy rice. I'm going to go ahead and taste it. And so there you have it. Okay, so here's our rice all plated up. And this makes a delicious side dish to just about any meal. So good. I haven't had rice in a long time. And as kids, if there was a piece of onion, we could just take it out. And that's it. Enjoy our beautiful, delicious red rice. This is my kids' favorite kind of rice. And this is probably the first staple recipe I learned how to cook when I left home. Let me know what your guys' is. I'm really interested. So I hope you liked this video. And if you did, go ahead and leave me a comment down below and a like if you like this video. And if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe and stick around and press that notification bell so you can be notified each time I upload a new video. Thank you for watching.